Welcome back. You're watching NewsX with me, Riya Dwivedi. Now let's begin with the top story of the hour. More than 11 people have died after a container truck hit a luxury sleeper bus on National Highway 48 near Hiriyur in Karnataka's Chitradurga district early morning today. The bus with 32 passengers, which was on its way to Gokarna, was engulfed in flames under the impact of the collision, and most of the deceased were burnt alive inside the vehicle. East Zone Inspector General of Police Gowde has stated, and the bus driver and cleaner escaped. The driver of the truck and its cleaner are among the dead. Reports say the truck driver's negligence was cause of the accident, which occurred on the highway that connects Bengaluru with Pune and Mumbai. The truck driver jumped on a road divider, lost control of the vehicle and collided with the oncoming bus. Now, more breaking news coming in terms of this. Now, Minister Satish has expressed shock and sadness at the bus accident near Hiriyur in Chitradurga district. He has stated that, and I quote, the heartbreaking incident in which several people died after a private sleeper bus travelling from Bengaluru to Gokarna caught fire in Javankonda, Nahali near Hiriyur in Chitradurga is truly shocking. May the souls of the deceased rest in peace, and may their families find the courage to bear the pain. My condolences to the departed souls, unquote. Minister Lakshmi has also expressed condolences to the families of the deceased. Now, I will open up this conversation with my guest, starting with Mr. Anurag. When we talk about this incident, Mr. Anurag, first of all, obviously, a lot of authorities, several reactions will come in. This is something, a template for most of the cases. It's not something like a lesson learned that we can move on and we can have stricter resolution or guidelines to be implemented on the ground, because at the end of the day, several lives are lost. But before we get into that, I would like my guest to stay on with me. I also have with me Shankar Bidri, former DGP, Karnataka, joining me on the telecast. Mr. Shankar, thank you so much for joining me on the telecast. First of all, when we talk about this incident, several lapses have been highlighted. What is exactly your take on this?
On a national highway, which is a 6-lane highway, this kind of incident has taken place and 12 people have lost their lives and more than 20 people have been injured. I really do not understand how such a head-on collision can take place on a national highway which is a 6-lane. Maybe there was some diversion or some work was going on. But according to the initial information, I am told that negligence of the container truck driver was the main reason for that. It is because these drivers work for prolonged hours, and they get tired and they lose control of themselves, and as a result, this kind of things do happen. It is necessary to regulate the working hours and ensure that the drivers are always alert while they are driving their vehicles, particularly on a highway. And the second thing is that speed has to be controlled. Just because the roads are good, both truck drivers, bus drivers and car drivers and other vehicle drivers also always, most of the times, travel at a very high speed, exceeding the speed limit imposed. I think these are the two reasons for this accident. It is a really sad news that so many people have died early morning at 2 a.m. today.
Mr. Bidri, my last question to you is that it's just not the fact that there are lapses in terms of the design. It's shocking, and shocking is an understatement to say that there was one entry and one exit. And these are buses that are very single box type design that they have. They also fit in, they have this full forward control type design as well, in which the engine, passengers and the luggage are in the same compartment, which also leads to increases the chances of injury and death of the passengers as well. What should be the thing that on the ground we can avoid something like this? Because these people are simply copying the design from foreign manufacturers, but and also the fact that after registration they even close certain emergency exits as well.
You are right. Just because the buses made in foreign countries are designed in foreign countries, particularly European countries and Japan, are being copied and they are being produced here. The road conditions in Europe and Japan are different. And another thing, the compliance of the traffic rules also in Europe and Japan is at a very higher level. Here it is not that. And the third thing is that the road conditions in India are not on par with advanced countries like Europe or Japan. So just without making appropriate changes and without making them suitable for our road conditions, there is no point in copying the designs of the foreign countries and adopting them in India and manufacturing vehicles on the same lines. The manufacturing and design of the vehicles also should be specific to the conditions prevailing in India. That's an important point we have to consider. This accident should open the eyes of the manufacturers of the vehicles also.
All right, Mr. Bidri, thank you so much for joining me on the telecast. I also have with me Raghu Todri,